On the issue of the referendum, this is a difficult, it's a bit like the council tax, this is a difficult argument to make against the referendum, and I want to spell out why I think it's such a bad idea. There are two reasons. The first is that my principal opponent, Alec, has spent his whole adult life trying to create a separate Scotland, trying to create independence. And I do not believe, and I don't think in his heart of hearts Alec believes, that he wouldn't spend every day from next Thursday working to try and create enough discontent in the UK and Scotland to win a yes vote in a referendum. And I do think that that 3 years would be serious turmoil and conflict inside the UK, and it would be bad for Scotland at a time when we're back on our feet again and we're moving forwards. But I also think the referendum has an impact on individual decisions. One of the things I have to do in this job, and a lot of it's done behind the scenes, is go and argue with companies to choose Scotland as a location rather than choose Ireland or Wales or other parts of England or sometimes other parts of Europe. And people are choosing to locate jobs in Scotland now in a way that they haven't been for 10, 15 years, and they're doing it partly because of the skills and the reliability of the Scottish workforce, but also because they think things are stable and moving forward. And if international companies, particularly in the financial services sector, think that there is a possibility that within 3 years Scotland could vote to go independent, and therefore our financial services systems and regulations could be different and separate from those south of the border, they are not going to make that choice. They're going to go to Wales where they can get a European grant, or they're going to go to Ireland despite the increased wage costs there. They're going to choose that because it's more stable. They're not going to choose Scotland. And it would be far easier for me to be on the side of a referendum in these arguments, but I have to use my experience in government and say that I know that in those discussions, those boards of directors, those senior managers in international companies will hesitate to invest in Scotland because of the uncertainty. And I think those that, I can understand why the SNP proposed a referendum in 3 years' time, because it kind of makes the independence issue a bit of a safer option for them and so on, but I think it's a mistake, and I think actually it's worse than going straight to independence this summer.
What Angus Robertson called the try now, buy later option.
It's a tactical thing, I understand that, I get that, but it's wrong, and it would have an impact.